So I'm asking you, why should my readers go see the movie?
Because it's great.
Bonjour à tous. On est réunis aujourd'hui pour parler du nouvel épisode des Enquêtes du Département V, dossier 64. C'est le 4e film de la saga. Nous, c'est une série de longs métrages auxquels on est très attachés, qui nous ont toujours beaucoup plu. Et en plus d'être particulièrement réussi, ce nouveau chapitre est le tout dernier. C'est l'ultime volet de ce qui sera donc une quadrilogie. Donc on avait très envie de vous en causer, de revenir dessus. Mais comme on est un petit peu des gros branleurs, plutôt que de travailler et de passer du temps à faire ça, on s'est dit qu'on allait directement poser des questions à ceux qui ont fait le film et que du coup ils allaient faire le taf à notre place. Voici donc une petite interview des très sympathiques Fares qui joue Assad et de Nikolaj qui joue Karl.
Karl, jeg læste, hvad du skrev om i din anbefaling.
Hvad er det for mig?
Assad har siden 2013 arbejdet for mig på afdeling Q. Han har udført arbejdet som forventet. 5 år, Karl. Var det det bedste, du kunne finde på at sige?
C'est le dernier épisode, vraiment?
We had a closure, we've done it. It was the plan from the start. And it's just, you know, you don't want to get stuck and do the same thing. And, you know, I think it's better for everybody else to kind of like move on, you know.
Right. Well, we didn't kill them, so
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is, it is possible.
Yeah.
I think we did what we planned on doing, and I think the journey has been perfect, and we end on a high note. I think this could be better. I think I would never say never, but I'm pretty sure this is not going to happen.
I can say never. This is it. It's why go back and
Why so angry?
I'm not. You know, if we're going to go back and do more, it's just going to make us harm the films. Actually, it's going to harm these ones that we've already done as well. So.
I'm going to find a new Assad.
Exactly.
La relation de vos deux personnages influence-t-elle votre véritable relation de travail?
I think our relationship definitely in terms of getting to know each other. And one thing is just to know that you've got a friend. One thing is actually to really feel comfortable.
By the end, Karl and Assad is basically one character. I mean, I can answer basically probably everything about what Karl would do. And Nikolaj would be able to answer everything about how Assad would behave. So,
Et comment expliquez-vous que cette saga s'exporte aussi bien à l'étranger?
Because of my great looks.
I think that the films would not have been as popular if it wasn't for the Assad and Karl characters and the relationship between them. And I mean, the cases by themselves are interesting, yes, but it's the drive of the film is the relationship between the two of them.
So what are you saying? The reason why they want to
It's
come back
us.
is because of us.
Yeah.
Our great looks.
Humbly
Yeah.
looked at.
Exactly.
Us.
Right.
À quel point êtes-vous investi dans la conception du film?
Of course, in the beginning, it was Mikael Norgård that started the whole project. He put the whole, concept of it, all the characters and everybody. So he's also a big part of the project still. Our producer Louisa would ask us like, so I'm looking for this director. What do you think? And it's like the stuff like that. And I do think that if we would have said like no. I think she would respect that, but luckily she comes up with great names, so it has never been an issue. And, and then of course we talk with our screenwriter and say like, we could do more of this and more of that, so.
And if you can come up with stuff that adds and gains the story, I think you should speak out and say what you want. And we do that often in Denmark. For instance, you can say stuff like the humor is something that is very hard to adapt from the books to the films. I was very keen on that from the beginning. That's what I like about the books. This kind of sarcasm, this dark irony that he has all the time.
La séparation annoncée des deux personnages vient-elle du roman original?
No, that was not part of the book. It was something that we made up because we wanted to. I mean, the films are based on the book, but we are putting like so many. We were changing a lot, and we're taking the. You have to, because it's not the same medium. Because like you have the books and then you have the films. So we wanted to tell our take and our story on it, and we wanted to do something new for the 4th film. We knew it was going to be the last one.
For instance, Karl saying, "I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need a friend. I can live without you." Of course. At some point, you have to acknowledge the fact that he's lying to himself. He needs a friend, and he's right there. And that was the arc that we started on like many years ago, and wanted to tell that story. And we couldn't really say that out loud before now. Well, we can't really respect the fact that there are 6 books more. And I mean, we have to end this journey somehow.
Yeah, and also the fact that that it's now these things that were being done to those girls in the 60s are modernized today and being done to those immigrant girls. That's also something new that wasn't in the book. So you have to come up with something and do something new, something different.
Le début du film évoque un peu le cinéma horrifique de Dario Argento, non?
Talk to the director.
Yeah, that's the director. I mean, the director has to come with something, right, to the project.
He's very artistic. I love Christopher to death. I've been working with him many times. I was so pleased when I heard he was on the project. But of course, he has to up the game, of course.
Yeah.
So he's changing things. And that's actually, I'm thinking, that's why when you have a new director all the time. I think it's very bold to start with the most cruel image. I would think normally you would just wait for that image because it's so like vivid in your face. You're going to wait, hold on to that image and say, you're going to get it eventually. But to start with it, then you have people's attention. I think that's great. It's also the poster in Denmark. It's funny actually because it's completely opposite of the book. The book ends up with this relation of this room. That's in the very end of the last page, I think. You see this dinner table.
Cette ambiance très sombre est-elle représentative du cinéma contemporain danois?
All the question we have had yesterday when we talked to press was only about how everybody was mentioning the fact that it was very dark.
Scandinavian theme. It's like Scandinavian noir.
Melancholia and the darkness and all of that stuff. I can be as depressive as possible in these films because and take the tone as down as much as I want to because of this guy, because he's going to pull me up. Because this character I play is the lead character without this guy. I mean, lead character is the two of us.
And the darkness is, I think it's a matter of taste. It's just the Scandi way of telling stories. It's like,
I don't feel these films are very dark anymore. I think this is maybe because I am as Danish as possible.
Ce 4e et dernier volet est-il le meilleur de la saga?
Yeah, I mean, it's in my opinion, I think this last one is the best one. It's I don't know why, maybe because it's the last film we did, but I think we could go even further with the characters and have a kind of a closure that we weren't able to have in the other films, and that makes it a little bit more whole to me. So for me, if I would pick a film, it would be the number 4.
We didn't really get to this fulfilled closure on this relationship until now. So that was fulfilling for me, at least, to be able to say, buddy, I can't live without you.
Mm. Thank you.
I hate him in real life, though.
Yeah. It's good to know.
Yeah.
You're not filming this,
We were
right?
live, so